Hey guys, alright, well this here is my 350 Chev Vortec roller motor, stroked out to a 383. So if we have a look closely, this block was great. It was a $20,000 full aluminum head build, pushing about 450, 500 horsepower. You know, fresh bores, 40 thou over. Now all of these bores are beautiful. No problem. Okay, so what is the problem with this motor? Well, first thing was I noticed green oil. Green oil was no good. I checked the manifold, everything was fine. Kept changing the oil, and it kind of went away actually. You know, so it went away, but I had green oil to begin with. It was a mystery, couldn't figure out where it's coming from. So, you know, the car's driving fine, keep driving it. I didn't really have any problems. It was great. By the way, the car is my 59 Impala. And then one day something happened and I noticed my front harmonic balancer wobbling. And that led to this. Snapped crankshaft. I did not even know my crankshaft snapped because I'm pretty sure it snapped on the spot, like when I noticed. That's probably a story for another day. But here it's my 383 Eagle crank, and look how it snapped. It snapped in the weakest spot and the weakest link, right at the main journal bearing. You can only see how little meat and how thin it is. Very, very little. And this is heavy, you know, real heavy, especially if you have a balancer on there as well that, you know, weighs another 3 kilos, 4 kilos at least. But anyway, going back to the block, and after my crankshaft snapped, which really sucked, took the engine to the engine shop and they just said, you know, like, there's the problem. And I was like, what's the problem? And then they said, here. So this one here was sleeved, this cylinder here, which is actually, it is a sleeve as well because it sits in the water jackets there. But this one here sprouted a leak. And that's what explains the green coolant. So wait up, I'll just get closer here. So, and I'll zoom in so you can see right in the corner down there. Right there. It leaked. Because the sleeve was not machined flush. They left a tiny little gap there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it very well, but you know, you understand. You can definitely see the line where the sleeve is. You can see the line very clearly. So that's what happened, and that's how I figured out what that green oil was the whole time. You know, it turned out to be leaking, and you can actually see the corrosion, how it has been leaking for quite a while. And this is actually pretty crazy that this engine was built at a proper race shop, and they did a goddamn job, pretty good job in a way, you know, like it was clearanced as well here. I'll show you. Clearanced for the 383 for the crank, so not much machining work, you know, just a little bit, a little nick here. So if we have a look, this being the front of the motor, you got clearance there, clearance here, going down, clearance there, clearance down here, up there, down here, there, down here. So it pretty much goes, you know, one top side, one bottom side for clearancing the crank. This block here, it's a 880 as well. So it's got a lot of identifiers actually on it. It's got a A44. Don't really know what those numbers mean, like G41 and like 878 and 880, you know. There's a lot of numbers on these blocks, so it's pretty confusing. But anyway, so this here, it's a cool block, Vortec. But, you know, I had that problem. And then after that, they said another thing that might be wrong with this block. They said, like, if you notice on this surface, you see how it's, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like, it's pitted pretty much. He said that happened by the crank vibrating and the caps actually moving. So these caps, like, actually, like, of course it's tight, but, you know, it's a lot of speed, vibration happening, and apparently it just wasn't right. It wasn't right, and, you know, it ate those out as well. Ate those out. Which one's the bad one? I think this one here's the bad one. It ate out those caps. So yeah, you know, all of them were pretty good, but there was damage on a few. Damage on a few. So it kind of explains, like, this whole motor was built proper build, crazy build, right? Like, it was pushing 450, 500 horsepower, like just nice for a 59 Impala cruiser, but it, you know, it ran real nice. But then these errors and these flaws were done in the build, like the improper installation of the sleeve or improper machining, like as if you wouldn't notice that. All the other ones are perfect, you know? All the other ones are perfect. You see? Everything is fine. Then that's one problem. Second problem was the crank. Who knows what happened there? Why is all this damage? That's all obviously from vibration. So something maybe not being balanced correctly. But, you know, combining that, the improper balancing, you know, and all of that put together, you know, it's a disaster. So I'll show you here. It's a GM 5.7 liter SGI. It's got another casting number there. And then the casting number, or the identifier. So this is a 96 enough Vortec block. And that's it, guys. So that was my little mystery problem that I had. And here are the AFR heads and all the rollers, just like that. So great. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. And this is great for data logging. And by the way, the heads I was running were L98 65cc AFRs. So I think these are 918. Let me just put that in the clip. Yeah, 918. Cool, guys. Take care. This is me, and catch you on the next video. And hope this build goes well from now on. Thanks, guys.